This is gonna sound stupid. You are so good at pausing at the funniest moments. Like
it ain't me, it's him. that Negro looks like an anime character.
Yeah, he does. Oh! Should be speed lines behind him.
Hey everyone, support our Patreon, which helps us to continue bringing you our live streams, videos, and podcasts while bringing you new content such as exclusive live streams and animated shorts. But since you're here and since you pissed off this person who wanted you to do a full price and you let them down, people are really dying to hear what you think about the Spiral trailer. Did you see the Spiral trailer for Saw?
Oh, shit. No, I haven't. I saw the teaser. And I haven't seen the new one yet because the teaser actually really interested me. And so I don't know. Is there like a thing? Is the new one like really, is it poorly received or something? I have no idea.
I don't know, but I imagine you might want to do this for your channel. So you don't have to do this here because
no, I don't talk about trailers on my channel. That's totally fine. Please, if you want to talk about it, talk about
it. That's for dipshits like you guys. Chris, let's go ahead and get into this trailer here. It's been a long time since my man has done a trailer reaction. He says, I don't do that shit no more. But for you guys,
just for us,
you guys, just to make you feel good, I'll pat you on the head, give you a kiss on the forehead.
That's so adorable. You want to talk about trailers?
I know. Yeah, you know what? I'll go ahead just to make you feel good. But I'm just messing. No, Chris has been a wonderful, amazing guest, man. Love talking to him. But this is what some people call him Black Saw. This is Chris Rock Saw, the Spiral from the book of Saw. And this is where we're getting back into having teasers and trailers in one. This one, if you're a Saw fan, a lot of people are saying, well, do we really want to get back into this? Because I think we built as many traps and dismembered people and torn people apart as many ways as we can. Shit, Jigsaw he's not even alive no more.
Right.
Let this man rest. How many copycats we got out there? But they are doing something a little bit different right now that is making people say, okay, for that one thing right there, I'm willing to give this a chance. I will explain to you what that is after we watch the teaser followed by the trailer for, I think the full title is Spiral from the Book of Saw, Spiral, whatever. Fucking Saw.
Yeah, they'll tell us.
Black Saw.
This package just came in.
Get everybody out of here.
Bam!
It's got to be one of those hot police precincts with a fan blowing on everybody.
Oh, of course.
There's nothing better than a sweaty police precinct in a movie.
Exactly, man. Can't no police precinct have good air conditioning.
No,
everybody.
They all have to look like Die Hard 3.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know that shit ain't nothing but Krispy Kreme.
Oh, if Krispy Kreme show up at your job, it's because somebody showed up late.
Exactly.
That was just a diversion to get us out of the precinct. I need everyone on this
for a movie about traps, they actually got trap music. Spiral.
Hello, Detective Banks. When was the last time you saw your father?
So, Corey, you were saying that there's one thing that's making people want to get back into the Saw series. Well, actually, there's a few things here. For one, we got a new puppet.
I don't know, man. They're just not making them like they used to.
No, they're not. We got a new the pig is taking over, man. Yeah, boy, if y'all were looking for, Lil Jiggy, man. Lil Jiggy, he retired the tricycle, man.
Aww.
Yeah, he's out, man. He passed the torch, passed the wheels on to the next dude. We got a new puppet here, but, in all seriousness, what's going on here, man, is that I think the reason why people are looking forward to this, one, people are talking about, and I'm not making a joke here, people are saying, you know what? It took a few years and we're still not sure, but it looks like Chris Rock, and you guys can tell me what you think, because you might disagree with me here, but I hear a lot of people saying this, and I agree. It looks like Chris Rock might be getting way better with his acting.
How can I catch this guy? If there's nobody on the force, I can bust!
Maybe he didn't even know the camera was on. Oh, y'all saw that? I saw a couple of scenes in here. Even with those small scenes, I'm looking at Chris Rock and I'm thinking, you know what? Even in those little bits that I saw, it feels like he's really getting better as an actor.
Okay.
Chris, what do you think?
No, I haven't seen. Let me just get this right before I say it, because I just want to make sure I'm not saying. Yeah, okay. I have not seen the new Fargo.
Yeah.
And I just had to make sure that he was in that, because my friend told me that Chris Rock is great in this new show. I heard he was good in that. I love when a comedian tries to do a more serious role. I remember like the first few times Jim Carrey tried it. There's a lot of speculation, like the Truman Show and The Majestic and Eternal Sunshine and Robin Williams. You know, comedy is the hardest thing. I mean, that there is, in my opinion. Laughing is such a visceral reaction to something. You either laugh or you don't. It either hits you or it doesn't. Drama is hard too, but you know, laughing, comedy, that's just its own beast. And I am really, honestly, very excited to see if he can pull it off. I think it would be so cool to have him like great in a horror movie like this, because horror is my thing. That's my favorite genre, and so. This is such a strange casting choice, and I always like risks. I really, really hope he pulls it off.
Well, Martin, to pass it on to you, what do you think about Chris Rock here, man?
I think with his last few projects, Chris Rock has gotten better. He was much better in Fargo than he's been in anything else. And here, he looks good. I'm still not completely sold on him. I feel like he's most of the way there, but not. There's just, I don't know what it is, but there's something that's just not quite convincing me all the way.
You definitely have to.
Now, he wasn't.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
He wasn't the lead in A Star Is Born, but I remember when Dave Chappelle showed up in A Star Is Born, I was like, oh, that's interesting. But he was really good in that movie.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, he wasn't the lead or anything, but the whole like perception of Chappelle show and his stand up kind of went away, and I thought he did a great job. So I would love to see. I love like I said, I love whenever a comedian takes a chance and does something like this, because I also know even at Chris Rock's level of fame, it might not have been very easy for him to convince a studio that is going to front millions of dollars to make a movie that, yes, I can be the face of your horror movie.
Moving on from someone who is an actor outside of the comedy area and has done comedies, you know, just somebody who's very good. It's crazy seeing Sam Jackson in a Saw movie.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, that's the thing. It's like, well, if they're getting actors of this caliber, then I guess this one's going to be better than the other low-budget Saws.
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, the only problem with this is that Samuel Jackson looks too cool to be trapped.
Right.
It looks like he'll get at that shit easy. He'll just.
Yeah, I have a hard time imagining him helpless.
Yeah. I've seen him be Nick Fury too long. I was like, man, ain't no trap gonna hold his black ass. He's gonna do a little snip here, a little snip there,
and hit his beeper, and Captain Marvel will show up and get him out of it.
This is something that is starting to rise above the rest of the Saw movies. Man, the rest of these Saw movies had people. The star was that the star of these movies was that damn puppet,
right?
In those traps. That was a star. They had people who, I'm not saying these actors are bad or anything like that. I'm not trying to even talk bad about them. But they weren't huge names.
Sure.
This is, I think, one of the first times that
nobody's coming to a movie just to see Carrie Elways.
No, exactly. And A-listers don't want to be. They're not there to be put in a goddamn trap jaw and ripped in half. You know, these are
the scene says that you have to let it cut your head off while you're in the stocks. Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, you better call my cousin. You know, but you better call Stan Jackson for this shit. You know, this is having A-listers like Samuel Jackson, having A-listers like Chris Rock in here is probably what is going to bring this to a new level. Now, the main thing that people are looking forward to in this, the thing that's really making people say, all right, this time, this can be a lot different from any Saw that we've seen. It's the talent behind it. Now, there's old talent here. These two guys, Josh Stolberg and Peter Goldfinger. I never knew Goldfinger.
Goldfinger.
That motherfucker, that's not your real last name. I don't want to hear that shit. Sound like a Jewish Bond villain. No, get the hell out of here with that. Your name is not Goldfinger. I don't want to hear that shit. But those two, they're the writers in this. They're returning. They wrote the last Saw movie, Jigsaw.
It's John Kramer's the Jigsaw Killer.
That's impossible.
As I said,
That brother is not like pitchforks.
he didn't know his jaw could open that wide. That shit unhinged like a python. Ah!
This is gonna sound stupid. You are so good at pausing at the funniest moments. Like
it ain't me, it's him. that Negro looks like an anime character.
Yeah, he does. Oh! Should be speed lines behind him.
He ain't never been this scared of pharmacopoeia. But man, that shit is funny. Look at him.
It is.
I remember the first time I saw this.
That'd be a good screensaver.
Those two dudes wrote the last movie, which was Jigsaw, and then you got the director who came in for Saw 2, 3, and 4, I believe.
Darren Lynn Bousman, I think.
Darren Lynn Bousman, thank you, Chris. Yeah, this guy right here. So they got the director of 3 of the franchise's films, and then they got the writers from one of the movies, or maybe more if they did more, I don't know. But the big reveal here, not reveal, but the big thing is that this is Chris Rock's whole initiative.
Produced by him.
Yeah, it's his story. He's the one that brought it to them.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that says, I got something y'all ain't never seen before. And so maybe between the A-list actors and bringing in some fresh, it looked like whatever story he thought of, it drove his ass crazy.
Now tell me you don't like that story? Are you sure?
Shit, they saw the look on his face and said, hey, man, we'll take it.
Yeah, we got to do this.
Story's so crazy, scared the fuck out of me.
I mean, it's hard to say it's fresh new blood when you're bringing in the old writers and directors.
But Chris Rock, man.
Okay.
Chris Rock will start thinking, you know what he said? Good Lord! Traps and shit. Yeah, man. So I'm thinking that's why I want to see this. I really am. Listen, I guess it's more curiosity than anything because I can't tell you if this is going to be good because we got the same thing and, traps and whatnot, puppets and things.
Yeah.
But Chris, you now having not done like a trailer discussion for a while, but also a big fan of horror and also a huge fan of comedians going into different genres. And, this is horror, but Chris Rock definitely looks like he's going in something more dramatic. What are your impressions so far?
The first time I saw it was just right now. And I thought that looked really different and exciting. I've seen all the Saw movies. I like 1 and 2. That's about it.
I thought you were about to go into some big dramatic. I like 1 and 2.
See, that was my question because I haven't been a fan, and a bunch of them I haven't seen. Yeah. But I always hear like they diminish as they go. So if you're telling me they're bringing in the director from the last one, that's not a thing to get excited about.
Yeah, but you got Chris Rock's idea, who says, I wouldn't bring this to people if I didn't think about it. But I don't know. But Chris, go ahead.
No, I think I remember back in the day, it would be a Saw movie every Halloween. They somehow did that. They were able to pull off financing these movies, getting people in them, making them, and continuously making a profit until I think it was 7, which was like 3D or something, and that was the first kind of diminishing returns. And then years later, they did the Jigsaw one, which was. Yeah, it was. It was a movie. They made a movie and it had Saw in the title.
And that's all we'll say about that.
But this does look like there's some energy behind it. Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, it could just be really well edited, but this looks exciting to me. And you're right. It could be the casting. It could just be the fact that it seems like such an interesting casting choice, or the A-list factor too. I mean, I'll watch anything with Samuel L. Jackson in it. So like that, automatically I'm going to watch the movie. But I just like the fact that they're going with something that is a bit of a risk. You see Chris Rock, you don't immediately think a Saw movie. You just don't. And I like that they're trying to challenge that perception.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not a fan of the franchise, so I'm not so jazzed about it being back. But there are some new elements, and I'm curious as to how this is going to play out.
I'm positive curious about this.
Sure.
So yeah, I'm very. I'm like you, Chris. I love seeing comedians just branch out. I love, and I always love. Now we have this new trend of comedians showing their horror side. Danny McBride with Halloween, and
Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. That's of course obvious. Yeah.
Yeah, and I wouldn't call him a comedian, but just even Dave Franco doing that horror movie just recently.
Which one?
The Rental. Yeah.
The Rental.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
And Kevin James just did like some crazy role in the movie Becky.
Yeah,
Becky.
Becky. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're definitely trying. Like I was just talking to a buddy of mine the other day, and maybe I shouldn't say that. Oh, fuck it. It probably won't happen. He really wants to see Jason Segel as like a villain, like in a movie. And I'm like, Jason Segel is like 6'4" or something.
Yeah.
That could be really fun. Like, I don't know. Like I love the idea of taking somebody who's so used to doing one thing. And the other cool thing is this is purely just from like the filmmaking side of it. A lot of those actors who might normally charge a lot more money to be in a movie could get really excited about doing something different, and you don't have to pay them as much. They're willing to take a pay cut because they want to try something new, and they're willing to, and you can take half that money that might have gone to them and put it into your budget. So
Yeah.
There's also an intriguing side to that too.
I guess I'm what do you call it? I'm making up. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I am making up a word in my mind right now. I must be having a stroke. For some reason, I have the word optimistic in my mind. I just made up a fucking word. I'm going to tell you. Optimistic. I don't know where this word came. Optimistic was in my mind. I am optimistic about this.
Okay.
But cautiously optimistic about this.